Are cheap TIG welders worth it? And what's the actual cost? Can a noob like myself get into TIG welding and make some decent welds? Stay tuned and we'll find out. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, be sure to subscribe. I've got everything I need to start practicing TIG welding, so let's see how this goes for a complete noob when it comes to TIG welding. I've done MIG and stick, even though I'm average at it. It's sad because it's true. However, let's hook everything up and I'll show you what I got just real quick, and then I'm gonna start practicing TIG welding. I'm sure it's going to turn out great. Be sure to check out our links in the description. It will help support the channel. Even if you don't plan on getting the same welder, click on our link before you go to make your purchase. What it will do is help support the channel by kicking a little bit of a commission our way. So that way we can continue to make videos such as these. All right, what we have here is I've got my $5 Harbor Freight gloves that I got some time ago. I've got a Y, so that way when I do go to actually do my manifold, I'll be able to back purge it. And speaking of, along those same lines, I got a couple custom made 5-foot hoses. I figured that would be long enough. We've got, of course, our JEGS TIG welder, which came with the TIG hose, whatever you want to call it, the ground strap, our converter. I need to get a different plug. This is a 3-prong. My 4-prong outlet up there, I'll need to convert it somehow. I don't want to completely mess this up, this converter here, and which goes to the 110, because I'd still like to be able to use this when I need. But we're going to give this a try since we don't have the proper connection. We've got our ground strap that came with the welder, and we've got a meter, regulator, whatever you want to call it. Measures the pressure and the flow. Kind of like the ball one, they had a different one, but got that. We have some 308L stainless TIG wire, and then we've got some 308 stainless steel, or is it 304? 304 stainless steel welding coupons, and then our cheap little JEGS auto darkening helmet. And last but definitely not least, we got a tank with some argon. I'm not sure how long these smaller tanks last, but I think it'll get the job done. As I squat down into this picture here, now I need to figure out how to hook all this crap up. It should be pretty simple, but let's go ahead and do it. Guy goes in here, I imagine. I wonder if I should use any plumber's tape or pipe dope. Yeah, I might actually do that. Let's do that. Take 2, toss on a little pipe dope. Does that smell good? I think I doped it up too much. I think I went a little overboard with this. Let's tighten her down. I think that'll get it. So now we need to take our Y connection. I imagine where this goes. Let's mock it up first. Hey, like that, Dave? I think I'll turn it facing towards me. Just make it easier to turn the dials. Come on. Come on. Woo. I just hold my tongue wrong. Hold my tongue wrong. Okay. Gotta get her done. So one of these hoses has both of the ends on it properly, like it should be. Then this other hose has doesn't have anything on it, so that way we can back purge our turbo header. Let's go ahead and install these, shall we? I guess it doesn't really matter. That ought to get her. Just practicing. Should I hook this up or not? Why not? We're here doing it already. Get in there. Get in your hole. All right, nice and snugged up. Let's wrap this one around the tank for now. All right, tight. Now we just need to hook this hose up to the back. I don't know why. All right, we're gonna hook this hose up to the back. Put a little pipe dupe on there, probably more than necessary, and we'll crank her on down. Feels good to me. Bam! Now that we got most of the ass end of this thing hooked up, let's hook up the TIG torch itself. Unwind this denim jean thing. And it looks like this guy goes here. Oh, we got our little rubber grommet. All right, so there we go. Easy peasy. And this must be for the switch. So we'll hook that up. All right, let's hook up the ground strap. Oh yeah, I think this thing just locks in. Whew. Well, there we go. And last but not least, we'll power this thing up. Well, actually, now we need to set up the TIG torch itself. To set up the torch, one of the first things I need to do is sharpen this tungsten. I think I'm just going to take my angle grinder and sharpen it. Let's do that. See if we don't lose a finger. Here goes nothing. Damn it. I think I need a more steady hand with this. Yeah, I guess that's good enough. All right. We got our tungsten all sharpened. Take it, we need one of those. And I'm gonna use a number 5 cup because I hear you just kind of double this number here. And that's the flow rate you need to set it to. I think that'll cover the welds I'm trying to do at the moment. Some test run. So we remove this thing, remove this thing. We take this doohickey and we stick it in that doovergarter. I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, and we stick it through that guy. Am I doing this right? Oh, there's already one in there. Oh, isn't that special? Alright, stick it through this dude, and we stick that dude in there, and then we get rid of the human hair and the dog hair.
It rubs the lotion on its skin. It does this whenever it's told.
We put the cup on now and figure out what our stick out is. Snug that guy down. Guess we got about 1/3 of an inch of stick out here. Doing this right, I don't know. And we tighten her down and okay. There we are. What do you think, guys? Does that look right? Let me know down in the comments. Let's give this a try. I guess the next thing we need to do is turn all this shit on and then see what we got. Handy dandy welding bench. Put my gloves on. Anyhow, let's just turn this on. Got her plugged in. So it's got a little bit of flow out. That's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna adjust this dude to where it needs to be. I guess the only thing that's left for me to do is put on my gloves and helmet and give this thing a go. Let's do it. All right, I got this thing set up towards where hopefully I don't burn the shit out of this wood. Well, that's not too bad. So one of the issues I'm having is with how much light is coming through this. I feel like it's not good enough for me. All right, let's try that again. What the heck? Nothing now. Holy shit. Oh man. They definitely make that look a lot easier on YouTube. Alright, I think I'm gonna practice a little bit, play with my amperage, try and run some beads without completely melting through, and I'll come back. Well, that was short-lived because I got an issue.
Houston, we have a problem.
I asked for argon, got 75/25. So my welds are oxidizing almost immediately, and my tungsten no like either. I've had to resharpen this thing a handful of times. Granted, I did put it down into the weld puddle a few times, but it's just really not liking it. However, aside from setting a few wood fires and breathing some smoke in, like I'm at a campfire. Man, that's the backside. Let's see if this thing's still warm. Anyhow, you can see where I blew through and really starting to understand what sugaring is because it looks like sugar. So here are some of my first test tries at it. They look like doo-doo. A, because this is me testing it out for the first time. B, we don't have the proper gas, so I'll have to exchange that. So this welder does have some pretty good penetration. However, the duty cycle with 110, it did kick the breaker off once, so it's doing a little bit at a time and would stop, let the circuit kind of cool down really. So I need to address the 220 situation and get my argon gas all situated. Man, as I was welding for the first time on this TIG, I felt like I looked like this. But in reality, my shit looks like this. Well, I went back to the welding supply store, exchanged my tank over here, got 100% argon, and things are looking much, much better. I also ended up getting a gas lens, and that's helped quite a bit in trying to really get some of those blues, purples, golds, and all that that are associated with stainless steel TIG welding. And I'm pretty much there, pretty close. I'm still getting a little bit of discoloration, so I think I'm gonna step it up to an even bigger cup to get some better coverage. I've been playing around with my flow settings, just kind of messing with that, seeing how much gas coverage I need in order to get those nice welds. But let me show you some of the welds I've done so far. So you can kind of see my progress here as I've done many welds. This over here, these are the initial welds that I did without the proper gas. Looks like doo-doo. And then once I got the proper gas, you can see that the welds started looking better. And then at that point, it was just kind of really dialing in the gas to try and keep it from, even though the welds are strong, what I'm really after is just some nice looking welds. So say for instance here, and this is what really made me realize that I needed a bigger cup. Since we have this cavity here as I was welding for the gas to just flow down into, we're getting all those nice purple colors and golds, blues, and all that going on. And as I'm welding flat, you can see that it's looking, I'm getting better at it. It's looking pretty good, but I think I just need to get a larger cup in order to get the look I'm after. Structurally, these welds will hold up, and you know, they're not too shabby, just all things considered. This just being some practice pieces. This is a little earlier on after I got the proper gas, but it was still kind of a grayish color, so I went and got the gas lens. These are the old first ones that started with the wrong gas, but they're getting better and better. My dime stacking's getting better. And then here is the last round. Since I happen to have this extra piece of 3-inch stainless, here's how we're looking with my welds. I need to do better about how I exit the weld and make sure I actually add some filler to it. And you can see that, I mean, we're getting some pretty good penetration, so I'm going to use this piece to practice just a little bit more to really dial in my speed. I have the machine set to about 90 amps at the moment, and then my gas flow rate is pretty high up there because I'm trying to get some nice looking welds going here. Oops. But I think all in all, I'm getting there, and this will look much better than using stick or the flux core MIG that I was using before. This is the very last weld that I did. I'm just like, man, I'm starting to get it. Look at that. It's not the best, but you know, I would be proud if the entire manifold had those kind of welds right there. So all in all, I'm happy with my purchase that I did get this JEGS TIG welder. I was a little concerned about it, but here's how much I spent at the local welding supply. One of the most expensive things is gonna be your tank. The gas wasn't too bad, $17.50, $195 for the tank. It was $58 for this flow meter right here, your ball style. And then we got our 2 hoses here, and then this $35 was for the Y connection. So all in all, I spent $352. However, that was when they gave me the wrong gas. The only size tank they had in order to replace what they gave me was a little bit bigger of a tank, and so they just upcharged for the size of the tank. So all in all, the total was $709.71. What the hell? Jeez. The great thing though, in all seriousness, I'm able to TIG weld whatever I want. The welds will come out cleaner, and also it will give me a chance to fabricate some headers and manifolds, whatever the case may be, for my project. And not only that, but for you guys as well, should I decide that I want to go that route here in the future, which I think I do, but it'll take a little bit of time. So now I just need to get after making the manifold, and I think I may just end up using my old manifold over here. Let me get the beer can out of the way. I still got my old manifold, and I think I'm gonna use that to just kind of figure out a jig, because I'm still waiting on the pistons. And while I'm waiting on the pistons, let's go ahead and make a manifold, because I already know how this one fits up, clearance and all that, and I think we'll be okay. So I'm excited. I'm excited about actually starting to make the manifold, and with how well the TIG welding is coming out for a first timer. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Until next time, peace out with your peace out.